Good day, dear people. My name is Michael. I am a research scientist, an expert in oil and gas exploration and prospecting around the world. Lived and worked in Moscow, St. Petersburg, Kiev, Voronezh, Central Asia, Kamchatka, Sakhalin, Baikal. Since my youth I have been engaged in the study and analysis of historical phenomena, events, mysteries, and secrets. I have retained this love for history to this day. In 1997, I repatriated to ancient Judea. In Israel, I worked as a researcher for 25 years at the Geophysical Institute of the Israeli Ministry of Energy and Infrastructure. I live in Be'er Sheva near the Seven Wells of Abraham. For the last 7 years, I have been planning and working towards opening and designing my own YouTube channel. It didn't work out, something was endlessly interfering. But finally it happened, we're intertwined. Today I will begin to tell, to expound, to convey to you my amazing, mysterious, mystical story about love and friendship, about devotion, not betrayal, and loyalty, about the Canaanite kingdom and ancient Judea, mysticism, the mysteries of numerology, a horrific train crash, saved lives, about the dear friend, about the Parthian kingdom in which I lived before the promised land, about spiritual origins, mother's milk lapped up from early infancy, the prerequisites of human genius, and much, much more. Unforeseen, sad, sorrowful, tragic life circumstances now force me to create all this, to turn to you with a humble request. Please find a way to visit my YouTube channel and don't hesitate to give a link to it in your social networks and among your relatives and friends. I simply have to make it on time. To manage to help these sweet, sincere people. They really asked me about it. I am obliged to frantically help them. To certainly pull them out of this deep hole. And save life. And take them in my arms. And hug the trembling soul, and kiss the human heart, and save. I have no right to do otherwise. I have to make it. I believe that this is why heaven left me alive. I only ask for a subscription and a link to the YouTube channel. And I won't even mention anything else. I humbly thank you for your possible participation and gracious help, for your kindness and warmth. Forgive me generously if something is wrong. People who have experienced deep emotional pain in their lives, often unbearably suffering, sometimes finding themselves in a situation as if you are dying, so such people then incredibly keenly sense someone else's pain. They become very wise and warm-hearted to other people. They often want to provide all possible assistance. To help that second one, the one on the other side of the coulisses, whose eyes are inquisitively looking out from behind the corner and watching you with genuine interest. Often there is a desire to prompt, to save, to ease the suffering and pain of another person. So, I am embarking on this very difficult, shaky, thorny path. I am starting in order to then write a script for a multi-part film, a psychological drama with elements of historical and mystical mystery. I fully admit that people will come to my channel, who will exclaim, no, this is too pathetic, this is not for us at all. No big deal. There will definitely be those who will think something like this. Oh, but this is what we have been looking for and waiting for many years. This is exactly what we like in terms of subject matter, content, timbre, form and manner of presenting the story. It is for these people that I will work, plow, create, slog, with all my might, as long as you like. So, I am beginning. With that, I embrace you all tightly in a friendly way. And I wish all of you, your families, relatives and friends, good health, happiness, miracles, magic, soulfulness, kindness and warmth emanating from the people around you in your near and distant circle. Please do not stop dreaming. And of course, I wish you love, great and pure, passionate and boundless, sincere and blissful, with God, and good luck. I told this touching story of mine in different cities and countries, in St. Petersburg and Moscow, Montpellier and Edinburgh, Tashkent and Baku, Paris and London. Dear, sincere people listened to me attentively without taking their gaze off my eyes. My face smiled, laughed and cried, but in the end they certainly exclaimed, Misha, you should not keep all this only in your soul and head. You are simply obliged to share all this with people. You absolutely must sit down, tune in, group yourself and be sure to put all this on a clean, white sheet of unlined paper, because all this will be interesting and inquisitive for many people in different countries of the world. I could not refuse these dear people. Everything, in essence, happened just like that. One of the sultry summer August nights I listened to the heavens, and this lyrics appeared, descended, poured out on me. In essence, all I had to do was to carefully and diligently write down after God who dictated. That's how this story of mine was born in 7 short nights. It contains answers to all your questions, including those you haven't asked yet. Everything that happened is a true story, real story. That's exactly how it happened to me and to him. Having written everything at once, online, in one go, I never returned to the text again. I didn't correct or edit anything. Canaanite kingdom. Ancient Judea, The Secret Mystery or Dear Friend. Chapter 1 Ancient Judea. Grey Negev, 7 Wells of Abraham. Rosh Hashanah New Year Deep Nightichi crawled to my door. He stood before me, resting his powerful paws on the chest of the master. Slightly swaying with his whole strong muscular body, it created a clear impression that a devoted, dear dog was conducting a session of artificial respiration to his faithful friend. At once, with great difficulty, I opened my swollen eyes, which instantly filled with red-hot lead. Michka, where are you from, my dear? After all, our home is so far from these places, at least 77 miles, no less, and 11 hours walk. How did you feel this terrible tragedy, my dear boy? Who prompted you to urgently run here, to hurry with all your might, in order to desperately help the suffering people? Who and when sent you this heavenly sign, Simon? In the thick, murky, crimson haze I saw devoted, dear native eyes opposite. A scarlet trickle of sticky blood from my head slowly flowed down to his feet. He licked it mixed with rich, red clay. I lost consciousness again. September 1998, well, 27 long years have passed since those long ago. Only 3 months in a new country, still unopened. The first bitter, unexpected, bleak, dreary impressions on the Jewish land in a new country. September 21st, the long-awaited, holy holiday Rosh Hashanah. A young Hebrew teacher in the Ulpan loudly proclaims in the morning, "My dear students, you must certainly celebrate this holiday just as the ancient Jews did. In the evening, set your holiday table, do not forget to put dates, apples, honey, drink wine, be sure to pray, even in Russian. Play this holy, all-consuming game. In your new life this will happen for the first time. I assure you that in the morning you will wake up as completely different people, and this night something unusual, incredible, touching, amazing will definitely happen to you, for this night you will fall asleep under the watchful and wise eye of the Lord. May you have mazel happiness on this holy night." We set the table, laid it out, did not forget, fooled around, prayed, played, laughed and cried. We went to bed around 12. It all happened at 7 minutes past 1. However, let's jump back to 2005 through these long, gloomy 7 years. And again the 21st, June 21st, 21 a minute on the road, 21, but a seat in the first car. What kind of magic numbers endlessly haunts me? 21 equals 7 plus 7 plus 7. 7th house, 7th apartment, 7 years. Point. 21, 37 is. Since the evening, everything has been foreshadowing something bad. Tomorrow something must certainly happen. All possible signs, Simons, warnings, hints were sent down from heaven. I shouldn't have gone to work that day. For some reason I wandered, dragged myself, drove, rushed, 117 kilometers only in one direction. Everything was going to the point that I had to spend the night at work. And then something pushed me to go back home. There was an opportunity to choose any train, at 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 o'clock. But I got on this one, in the first car. There are 21 seats in the car, 5 rows of 4 plus 1 single in the corner. 21 people. 21, oh God. Minutes after boarding, everything happened. 7 people died from the first car. All the rest, serious wounds and injuries. Legs, arms, heads, spines. Of the entire train, more than 200 people were injured. They covered us, laid us down, didn't forget, fooled around, prayed, played, laughed and cried. We went to bed around 12. It all happened at 27 minutes past 1. What is that howling at the door like a tiny child crying in the night? So persistently crying, long, bitterly, diligently, and scratching at the door frantically, as if asking for food and shelter. I got up, opened the door, let him in. A small piebald lump rolled into the house, a puppy, a month old at most. His paws seemed to have never known the earth at all, pink, soft, not roughened, as if he had just been torn from his mother's breast and thrown into my territory. He blinked his little eyes, lowered his eyelashes, hid in a corner and fell asleep right away. And 3 days later he was already in agony, dying terribly with tears in his little eyes in my arms. Parvovirus distemper, enteritis. He crawled and already infected, already mortally ill. For some reason he came to me to die. What kind of sign did the heavens send down on me? Why on me? He crawled. To me. In ancient Judea. In the city of Abraham's 7 wells. In Beersheba, the age of which, according to archaeological excavations, is dated at 5,500 years. He came to my house standing 700 meters from the edge of the Grey Negev desert. To the stones, caves and rocks of Abraham, Moses, Solomon, Jesus. He crawled. Please write in the comments, would you like to hear and see the continuation of this story? This is very important to me. This will certainly give me additional strength. Thank you.